xDefiant could be the next big thing, but not in the way you think. xDefiant is a class-based arena shooter that I didn't even know existed till a couple days ago when I saw people spamming it in Dr. Disrespect stream. Got on their site, applied for closed beta, somehow got it the next day. But after this video, I don't know if I'll be invited back to any more closed betas or any beta after at all. But anyways, and I was so excited to play this game. All I kept hearing was it's the next COD. It's OG COD. It's the COD killer. It is OG COD is back. It is far from that. I was very bummed to play this game with that impression, and it just ruined my whole first impression of this game. It's not Call of Duty. It doesn't look, doesn't sound, doesn't feel like Call of Duty. Not modern, and definitely not glory days Call of Duty. It feels like Ironside, which those games aren't bad. Ironside isn't bad. xDefiant isn't a bad game. It's fine, but that's kind of the point. It's just fine. It's the same games we've already played. Doesn't reinvent the wheel. Doesn't do anything crazy. It's the same game modes, the same guns, the same pow pow, shoot shoot. It's the same. Now, before people go in the comments saying it's a closed beta, bruh. Firstly,
shut up, bitch.
And secondly, none of the issues I have with the game are technical. It's just basic. It's fundamentally basic. And they're wasting their amazing characters that they've brought in from the Ubiverse on this arena shooter where they don't feel like they mesh. Let's talk about the characters. We got Splinter Cell / Echelon Super Spies, my favorite class, one of the very effective invisibility cloak. Hackers from War Dogs, dog hack, the hacker dog game, who have an ability to summon a spider bot that just jumps up and sucks your face off, and there's just nothing you can do. Just hope you don't die in the meantime of while you're getting finagled by a robot. Next up, we got the Far Cry 6 Adderallies. These people love to pop Adderall mid-battle to gain extra health. Essentially, if these people are well medicated, you just lose. I mean, they have like an extra 200 health or something. It's just insane. Like, you just lose. Phantom super soldiers. And one thing I don't understand is why they don't have their taser from future soldiers. Because what you could do is in that game is you could tase them, they'd lock up and fall over, which is funny to watch, and then you could go hack them and get the known location of all their teammates and then kill them. So not only was it fun and super effective for your team, you got so much XP. It was a good time. And then from the division, we have the cleaners. Not much more to say with that. I think we all know what those guys are. And their abilities just don't feel like they don't feel like they fit. But where I think they would shine would be a battle royale. Bear with me. I know. People are tired of hearing about battle royales. They're not my favorite either. But I think this would be a really cool one I'd actually love to play. Because it would fill the void between two battle royales I didn't know I needed till after I played this game. So we got Fortnite on one hand, where you can win just by playing patty cake. Patty cake. Baker's man. You can just win. It's not the same. The lobbies are filled with bots. The last circles do not give me that whole adrenaline pumping, heavy breathing, tingling in my jewels feeling. Nothing wrong with it. The game's been great for a long time. It's still fine. It's still a good game. It's just, it's old now. Now let's move on to the other side of the spectrum. We got Apex. A game where you need to pop 10 Adderall, crank your shit way past 11 just to keep up with everything going on the screen. One of the biggest downfalls of Apex, though, is that it's kind of difficult. It takes a little while to get used to. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with a difficult game. But it's just too much for my old ass. I don't want to play it. I hate playing armor tag, okay? You break someone's armor, they hit an ability, they shoot into the fucking stratosphere, land behind something, fully armor up, and you're back to square one. That's just not my cup of tea. Okay, I want something right in the middle. And I think xDefiant would fill that perfectly. Let me paint you a scenario. Let's use the characters I've already given you. So we got Pill Popper, aka Pills. And we got Splinter Cell, call him aka Cell for this scenario. Let's assume Cell only has access to pistols and knives for our what if xDefiant battle royale gunfight scenario. Okay. Pills is walking through an open area and happens to spot Cell in the distance next to a tree line. She pops a few shots, tags him. Cell jets into the forest. Pills comes in right in after him, hauling butt to catch him. He hits his cloak, starts diving, running between bush and tree. She loses track of him. Now, Pills knows that Cell thrives in close quarters, and the only way he's going to really come out on top is if he catches her off guard. She knows this, so she's crouch walking, doing constant 360s because she doesn't want to get assassinated. She's listening for all the noise she can possibly do. But we got leaves rustling on the ground. We got birds chirping. We got foresty things happening in the forest, right? She doesn't know if Cell jetted through the forest and went to the next town over, or circled back around and is currently stalking her. Paranoia would start to grow if you are playing Pills. You would either start have a psychological break and start shooting every noise you heard, hoping you hit Cell, or you're going to gamble and hit a dead sprint back to the tree line and do your best to get in the open air before he rapid claws you in the ass. Okay? I think the whole dynamic of going from the hunter to being hunted in a matter of seconds is an extremely cool dynamic. And the characters would actually, they're a bit like, they would have, their classes would make sense. They would feel powerful in certain areas. If all the classes feel kind of meh or feel the same, it negates the point of having glasses. Glasses, not glass. Yeah, I can see. Classes. It just defeats the point. But it would actually feel like you're playing Splinter Cell in this scenario. It would feel impactful. Cloak would make sense. If a sniper just scanning the area and you're cloaked, there's a good chance he probably won't even see you. It would actually make sense to have Cloak as opposed to being shot 2 seconds after you pop it in xDefiant because, you know, they can still see you because it's an arena shooter. And another positive side to this is that the maps are already made. They've already been made. Obviously, you'd have to update them, but you get my point. They're there. They made them. Ghost Recon Wildlands would be a perfect battle royale starter map. Splinter Cell would take some finagling, but maybe you can make it work. And then imagine going back to New York from The Division. And if anyone remembers, The Division actually got a BR added later in the game. And it's still my favorite battle royale to this day. The only downside is it would take, a single match could take a couple of hours. They were insanely long because you had to craft everything. I think it'd be fun. I would really enjoy that type of gameplay. Something in between popping Adderall and, you know, patty cake. You know, somewhere right in between would be the sweet spot for me. BRs are still alive and kicking for sure, but we've been playing the same ones for so long. Right in the middle, with these cool ass characters from Ubisoft, would be an amazing battle royale game. And so while I don't think xDefiant will kill COD, I do think if Ubisoft tried to take a little bit of a spicier route and shift directions and actually pull off a semi-good BR, it could give Apex a run for its money, or at least be a more accessible Apex Junior, filling a massive void in the BR genre. Anyways, that's my spiel. If you enjoyed the video, maybe leave a like and subscribe. Y'all take it easy, and I'll see y'all in the next one.